What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Project Manga podcast, where we cover One Piece, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, The Promised Neverland, Chainsaw Man, Samurai 8, and Jujutsu Kaisen week to week. Back this week covering Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 10. I'm your host, Eagle.
It's your boy, Kiko.
Noxie.
And as always, before we get started, we'd just like to say, go ahead and visit the link tree in the description box down below, where you can find the links to any and all of our online communities, any audio listening platform you'd like to consume the Project Manga podcast on, and also ways to support the podcast if you'd be so inclined. And with all that out of the way, anything you guys want to say about this week in Jump?
I didn't remember that there was no Promised Neverland this week. I'm kind of upset about that because I was like super
I know,
excited
right?
to read the next chapter. That I'm going through everything and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. That's sad, but
Samurai 8 though, probably my favorite chapter this week.
Yo,
that's wild. It's like I could almost draw a fucking just name out of a hat because they were all. I thought
perfect.
every chapter just slapped this week. It was.
They were all pretty good.
Good week. Good
I had
week.
to choose. I'd say Sam 8 for sure for me.
Man, mine might be hero, bro. Man, Doc.
Yo, that last pen.
Well,
all right.
Let's get into this. So, without further ado, Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 93, The Shibuya Incident, Part 11. And what was the number that I said initially?
You said 2 weeks ago. You said 4.
17.
Oh
no. When we were first in part 2 or 3 of this, and I'm like, how far is this?
Oh, yeah, you did say 7. I think you said 17, yeah.
We're fucking getting up on there, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah.
But
I think as long as they're fighting in, I think as long as they're actually fighting in Shibuya Station, it'll be Shibuya Incident. I mean, like, this arc could extend past Shibuya, in which case the name of the chapters would change, but
I think we're kind of nearing this is getting towards the climax here. We're gonna end this in the next few chapters, I think.
I feel like we gotta see.
Like you said, it could move to somewhere else, but
just feel like we gotta see the characters on the board. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't see shit from Naobito, but I'll be big mad if we don't.
We have to see something from everybody that's been shown to start the arc off with.
Yeah.
What?
And Ino's getting some time here in this one, and it's like he's about to develop a relationship with fucking Yuji and Megumi, so it's like he's got to get some time, right? Like I feel like we've seen a little bit of Ui and Mei. I feel like we got to see some more of them too.
I feel like Ino is related to. You guys remember the hidden inventory arc in Premature Death, and there was that one dude who was rolling with with Geto Haibara.
Yeah,
I feel like Ino is related to Haibara. Somehow the dude that died that was rolling with Nanami all the time, and then he died, and then Geto really snapped. For some reason, I feel like Ino's related to that dude because since he's with Nanami and shit, and he kind of has that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very well could be.
That'd be really cool to find that out. Yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't die. I want him to be in the story for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I really like the bit at the beginning where the Jogo and Mahito and everyone are all kind of just delegating what they want to do. I really like when they came to the point where he's like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna split up.
Yeah.
If I run into him first, I'm a yak on his ass.
Yeah.
First, you can proposition him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Such
and
a cool villain
and then this dude chimes in I'm also about to kill him if I see him.
And Mahito's oh, you want to play too? Yeah, it's cool, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Right. And it just always goes back to Mahito. I mean, he says it clearly, even though he speaks in general terms, he says we undoubtedly live according to our desires. And it's there's nothing more that he desires than just a good time, make this shit interesting. And
we get some crazy deep fucking dialogue from Mahito.
Sometimes,
yeah,
but it's either he's super childish or he's super philosophical on the
Yeah.
The humans are like, you know, scum type shit. You know what I mean? Like we got to get these motherfuckers out of here, and then it's playtime again. Yeah. you know what I mean? Like, which is really cool. Oh my god! And then he talks to fucking
That's like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna bring up something that isn't even related, but I was just gonna say that's like that in Trigun when you're in the backstory with Knives.
Yeah.
And he's like telling Vash as they're on the pod, he's like, why would I save the fucking humans?
Yeah.
Let them spread their fucking
their bullshit.
He's like, that'd be like spreading a fucking virus across the universe. Now we gotta snuff that shit out. And it's like
we don't need it. Yeah, for the penny. Like, hey, wait a minute, we kind of suck. But no, when he's talking to when Mahito's talking to Geto, and he's like, "Yo, what are you gonna do?" And he's like, "I gotta stay here." He's like, "I gotta stay here with the prison realm." And Mahito's like,
"Yeah."
He's like kind of like, you get that one panel of like him just like staring at him like this mother, like what's you know, he's like super skeptical. Like it seems like he's super skeptical of him.
Just the eye.
Yeah. But it's obvious that someone needs to stay there with the prison realm. You know what I mean? You can't just let motherfuckers, you know, take it. You know, but like I feel like Mahito is kind of like thinking to himself like, so you always knew that this prison realm was going to be stuck here and not be able to move because of Satoru. You know what I mean? Because of Gojo's, you know, the time that it takes to process it. Because you're the one that knows everything about this prison realm thing, and we don't. You know what I mean? So you probably always knew that you were gonna have to stay here with him, like by yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He might have known, but I mean, he was pretty surprised when it like dropped down and got heavy as fuck.
Yeah. Could all be part of the act. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. But
yeah, Brain Coon out here.
Yeah.
I really love the part when they leave, like instantly as they leave, it just like goes to the crowd, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And it shows the Geto's two little, you know what I'm saying, companions.
Yep.
They're like, all right, now give us back the body, motherfucker. and he's like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
He's like, you made a deal with a sorcerer without making a binding vow? Get out of here.
Yeah, that was tight how he said that. He's like, y'all are dumb as hell, naive.
Yeah, he's like, you don't want me to kill you with this body, so move along now. You know, I know you love this guy, so if you don't want to get spanked up by the guy you love,
out his skull and
yeah.
I want to see Geto come back somehow. I feel like
it's obvious he's going to at this point.
They could make it work in this world somehow.
But like, even if he does come back, like he's still Geto the villain, right? Like if not, there'd have to be like some kind of redemption there. But I mean, like he's already like a mass murderer before he becomes Brain Coon. So
because Gojo gonna be get your ass.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, he would have to be the bad version. I don't think he would find some kind of resolution because he got resurrected to his dilemma that he had.
Yeah, so he was still evil before the brain.
I don't think he's coming back. I think Buddy's gone.
Man,
he'd play a role like Sasuke or some shit. He's like working in the shadows.
I don't know,
doing the dastardly shit.
Well, they should have Sasuke or did the same thing for Geto and just left his ass off.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Keep him going because like I don't know. Like it's just you lose the impact of what happened by letting him come back. You know, point. So I don't know. I don't want him to come back. I like that he's dead, and I like that this Brain Coon has his body. Like I hope that. Like at the end of this arc, that Brain Coon makes it out with Geto's body, and Geto's still a thing. His body is still a part of the story. Whereas I don't know. I feel like there probably has to be a big battle against like him versus Gojo, but like he better be like buffed. They better have buffed Geto up big time, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Because
I still got to read Tokyo Metropolitan, man.
Oh, you haven't done the prequel yet?
Oh, wow.
No.
Holy moly, rockets.
Yeah.
That's massive. That's a big deal.
It's only 4 chapters. How long are they? Like what?
They're like 50 pages.
50 pages.
50 page chapters, yeah.
Yeah, they're longer for sure.
Yeah.
How about Nanami talking with everybody, after, of course, Yuji's still on the roof screaming.
I love that one.
He's like, hey, we're here now.
I'm like, yo,
yeah, like
dumbass, we're right here.
We've been here. And Nanami, breaks the shit down. Like, okay, there's only shit that somebody like a grade 1 sorcerer can do. Like, he's got to go. I think he's taking out a different curtain that he's having.
Yeah, the one that Ichichi was outside of.
Yeah, the one, and he's going to meet dead-ass Ichichi on the ground, dead as hell.
Man. So it's gonna be Nanami versus that hand sword dude then, right? No, because
wash his ass,
but and also that dude might be like gone somewhere else to go like do something, because he said that he had like more people to go kill or whatever, so he might not be in the area anymore.
He don't want it.
Nanami looks so just hard body. Like,
dude,
I don't know why, but like he just is one of the hardest body fucking designs.
Yeah,
the way he's
with
got
the cleaver in his suspenders.
Like the suntan goggles, like just like I don't know why, but that shit looks so damn clean, bro.
Yeah, bro.
With the dapper ass fucking
and like the ink splatter tie.
Not suit, yeah.
Gas.
That's bloodstain.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on.
Nah, I think he's clean. I don't think he's fought yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to lift the curtain, I guess we don't know which curtain, who's guarding the curtain that Nanami's going to get, because I assume the people we see at the end are guarding the curtain that Squad's going to, Yuji, Megumi, and Ino are going to.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't know like what Nanami has to do to get this curtain down. Maybe that man, who else was? I felt like there was somebody else. I don't know. I was thinking of the Choso brothers, the other ones, and they were both dead, of course. But I don't know. Somebody kind of like that. I don't know. I thought there was another person, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, that squid.
Regardless. Yeah, the squid. What the fuck is the squid? Squid. I thought the squid was given
the
to
squid
Junpei.
got a whole chunk of the fucking page.
Well, I mean, the last time we saw the squid, he was with Geto, though, right?
Yeah.
And then now Geto
was like chilling on him, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think the last time we saw the squid, said like he like
laid up.
Geto's probably like, all right, well, you post up here with it. Could be one of the curtains is with the squid, or the squid's guarding one of the curtains, or is casting the curtain itself. I don't know. But Geto,
it's gonna be like a tense ass moment where somebody's in a fight and Squid gonna come out like
yeah.
Well, and so the squid,
I don't know why, but whenever I see Panda, I'm just like,
yeah,
let's fucking go. I don't know why, but I get so hyped whenever I see Panda.
It's a great character.
Like, I'm trying to see fucking Panda go at it, bro.
We gotta talk about the squid though, because he is still the same squid from the beginning, right? Like,
we would assume so. Yeah, he's been there, just not doing shit.
He's the ocean's curse. He's the curse of the ocean. The people are scared of the ocean and created the curse of that. Like, fucking.
That's a big deal.
Was that stated?
Yeah, it is, because Jogo is the curse of the earth. Like people are scared of volcanoes and the earth, and then Hanami was
the nature.
The nature. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Hanami, not Nanami.
Yeah.
Hanami with the H. Yes.
I said Nanami.
You did.
Oh. Yeah. So and then Mahito was the curse of people.
Yeah.
So you can't think he's just trash, right? Like he's gonna.
No, he's gotta be tight.
Have we seen a fire curse?
I mean, it's Jogo.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a volcano. He's earth and fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, but I don't know.
I feel like the squid curse might fight like I feel like the squid curse might fight like Tamaki, like Sun Eater from My Hero Academia, and just like hit you with a crab claw in one time, and then hit you with a whale fin the other time. Yeah, like that would be super fucking sick. Yeah,
slice your ass in half,
and then obviously maybe just like fill up a room with water or something like that. To have some
that's what I was.
Manipulation.
That's what I was thinking of, like somehow like a whole level of the station or something with like some kind of bit, because you couldn't fill it up without filling up like the entire state, like, which is impossible because it's underground and with train tracks, like it wouldn't be possible. Like there'd have to be some kind of barrier stopping it. Not
a curtain.
Yeah, but does a curtain stop water? I don't know.
If you can get smushed up against that shit in the immeasurable void, then you could probably get, drowned in it, with a...
Yeah, but that was because it wasn't allowing him to leave, right?
Yeah, because it was humans or curses, like they're trapped.
So I guess, they would be getting bashed up against it by the flowing water, but I don't think the water's stopped.
But it wouldn't be a room like Morel fought fucking Leol.
Yeah.
Some kind of room like that, would make it.
But if it is a physical wall, though.
Yeah, there could be. Because, I mean, I would want to see, it would be sick to see Megumi fight with, like shadowed water creatures, like.
Yo.
Shadow Shiki or water Shikigami.
That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope that this squid just isn't trash. And he's, as long as that's the same squid from the beginning, he's gotta be doing something.
Yeah, and I want to take it back to Ino too, talking to after Nanami leaves Ino in Yuji and in care of Yuji and Megumi. He has that conversation with them about what Gojo being taken out of the picture really means, right? And he's like, okay, so check it out.
Right.
So the balance of power is going to shift here. Gojo was just the number one motherfucker that no one contested, and that basically made it to where all the rest of the sorcerer groups weren't fighting for power because they understood that Gojo was the man. And then also he was a deterrent for curses and curse users that were on the evil side of things. So now that Gojo's gone, you're going to have basically two groups here. The curses and curse users that are coming out of the shadows now because Gojo isn't there as a deterrent anymore. And then you also have what I took from it was other groups of sorcerers that are going to want that number one spot now. That could be potentially fighting, for dominance in the shaman world. You know what I mean? As who's going to be the new Gojo? You know what I mean? So that could be a potential arc, later as far as some kind of infighting, among the shamans for that spot, which would be a really cool fucking situation too. But I just thought that conversation that they had was really fucking interesting there, because I was like, holy shit, it's making a lot of fucking sense here about that. Who's gonna be the new Gojo then?
How he was saying too, he said the Gojo family's a one-man team of Gojo.
Yeah.
So it's he's the only tight motherfucker there.
I mean, in the Gojo
nobody else. I thought they had the Six Eyes shit, and it was
I don't think it's the Hyuga clan where there's a bunch of Byakugan running users around. I don't think that's.
And it's he's the only tight one. That's crazy.
But then you have Kamo and Zenin clans that are probably going to be Gojo's gone. Okay, well then now the Kamo family's going to be the best clan, or now the Zenin
that's what I
family.
took from that too. Yeah, and especially since that it is mentioned that Gojo is a one-man faction, basically. He's his own fucking. I mean, think of One Piece, where you got the Marines, and then you got the Shichibukai, and you got the Yonko. Pick which one of those. One of those is Gojo.
Yeah, by himself. Yeah.
Shit, Gojo's Mihawk out here just rolling around by himself.
Gojo is all of the Shichibukai put together, basically.
Yeah.
In that analogy, he's fucking. I mean, we already knew that. I mean, we didn't. It's just information that we knew was coming, basically. That he's
solo dolo.
Yeah, and that important, that powerful.
Yeah.
But so how about the elders? I assume at the end that are probably from the Kyoto faction, or I mean, they're definitely with the Jujutsu school, right?
Yeah. I mean, one of those dudes' design is so fucking sick, dude, with the fucking haramaki and the fucking and the Netero outfit.
Yeah, I swear he looks like he'll say, "Hop."
Hop. Shad's beat me to it, but if you guys ever saw fucking Money Heist on Netflix, they wear the fucking masks, I can't remember. Yeah, the masks of when they're doing their little heist shit, when they're robbing the banks and shit. They got those fucking masks on that look exactly like that dude's face. I can't remember. It's based off a famous French painter, I think. But yeah, that dude's definitely got that face.
That's
You think these dudes are gonna be fucking nutty?
Yeah, man, hell yeah, dude. And I like the dialogue there. You're like, oh man, Gojo's really sealed. So what does this mean? And then the lady's praying with the fucking rosary, we're gonna curse, be cursed, and then die. Nothing's changing. It's just damn, all right. That was a pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Why'd they call him Gojo Sensei?
Did they?
Yeah, they did. I don't understand it either. But maybe that was. I mean, it looks like that's coming from the old lady, the speech bubble, but
let me go look.
I don't know. Maybe it's from the guy in the back who doesn't look as old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gojo Sensei has been sealed.
Maybe they're just saying that because he's a teacher of the school too. You know, like you don't have to. He doesn't have to be your sensei to address him as that.
Yeah.
So,
right.
It's true.
So that's just the indication for us to know that they are with the school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. And that fucking panel where they're like, we'll rescue Satoru Gojo, and it shows all the people involved with the fucking prison room in the middle. I'm making that my fucking background on my computer right away. That shit is hard as fuck. Someone colored that on Twitter. It looked amazing. Fuck yeah.
That's talented people out there coloring shit. That
full page spread is gas, bro.
I love
that shit. Is hard.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish was in this arc, Toto.
Man, where's Toto? Boogie, but they could pull up though. Like honestly, like just because you know
Toto had already kicked the wall in. Like, nah, fuck this. Where they at? Like, and that's why they can't bring him.
Yeah.
Just blitz in, fucking clothesline the shit out of fucking Ghetto, and
if they do show up, he will have an entrance like that.
I can't wait to see him get a full power like 1v1 fight where he's using his ability. Like his ability is super tight to be, you know, that physically capable with that ability. You know, like
I mean, him and Yuji went pretty hard together though.
Yeah, and it's just such a cool thing how he can like feint the claps. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that has got to make him so like terrifying to like fight against because you'll never know when he's actually going to use it, but you're hearing claps the whole time. That's fucking so sick.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's the most like hunterish ability that we've seen in the series, I feel like.
I think so too. Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of them for sure.
And he's got like the most like hunter like dialogue when he's like sitting there in the Goodwill event and he's like talking to himself, like trying to like deduce like everything that's going on with like Hanami's ability. And he's like, okay, so he's got the arm, he's got the sprouts, he's got the, you know, like what does it all mean? And then like he's just like going through that.
There was a lot of fucking
like,
inner monologue.
Yeah. I remember it was like a whole page of him just thinking, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's like, man, fuck yeah. he's like Knuckle. He's like the Knuckle of the show, of the series. Straight up though, like tell me he's not.
I'm like, I know y'all are gonna probably roast me for saying this, but he's more hard body than Knuckle.
Man. Knuckle versus Toto.
In my opinion, man.
Toto's not been in a Knuckle situation yet. You know,
just his personality, I like it a lot more. Yeah. Knuckles tight as fuck, don't get me wrong. But
that's a cool comparison though.
The first interaction he had with Yuji, where, you know what I'm saying, he like asked him the question and Yuji was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Tall girl, big booty.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm like, my man, what's up? And then he's like, then he was all like machismo, like
just like best friends like, from
we're
that
about
point
to have a match between best friends here.
And it's funny ass like daydreaming like fake experiences that him and Yuji never like we were back in school and we did this and he's like, I didn't fucking go to school with you. Like what the fuck are you talking about? Like stop being fucking weird. That shit's clowning. That shit's so funny.
He instantly became my favorite character.
He is.
And it was so cool because like he was just like he was introduced as like this like school rumble douchebag like asshole like oh my god this dude's gonna be button heads like constantly with Yuji and making his life hard, and then with one fucking question they're just best friends and he's just like the ultimate Yuji fanboy like like you know.
And then he was riding, bro.
And then he's riding like a muffin. Like dude, what a cool character.
Hell
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's all I got for Jujutsu, though, I think.
Yeah, me too.
We can move on.
Yeah.
We can move on.
All right. So this will be Samurai 8, Chapter 36, Hanaichi and Goku.
Man.
So, how about that dial-up internet? You know, it should take 3 weeks to download. Like,
that's crazy.
He got upgraded. He got off that DSL and he got some fucking...
Fudomyo came in and was like, bless.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
No more dial-up, son.
This series has never this chapter
was huge and it was so good.
It was super tight.
Reinvigorated my drive for this series, I think, because it's never like, it just felt so much like an RPG like video game in this chapter. And I'm just like,
no, I didn't know we were reading the isekai.
Yes, when did that shit is tight. Yo, this fucking move list he's got, bro.
Oh my god, dude, this shit gave me fucking
packing. Yo,
we got spray shooting.
Yo, spray shooting.
The icons are so fucking sick too, man. Like blade control, like what's going on there? And they're all constellations, bro. God, the design is so fucking sick. They're all in constellations, man. And just like his like the space that they're in with like where all of the stars are like memories and like and people that he's encountered and like and it all cool. and like it just all like it basically just like addresses all of the questions and like all of like the head scratching that people have had with the series, like all in like pretty much all in one chapter. This chapter addresses any kind of issue that you might have had with the series up until this point. A lot of it is being answered with this chapter and making a lot of things make sense in a very natural way. And you could just tell that it was planned, and regardless of how you feel about the beginning of the series, like it's chapters like these that let you know that this is an overarching thing that you're supposed to consume from a bird's eye POV and understand like as a whole. And like week to week is just the fastest pace that we can get these chapters out, so like there's nothing that can really be helped there in regards to like how we consume it and how we view it on a week to week basis can seem like awkward or confusing when information is introduced. But like once that information is fleshed out, like you have seen in these last couple chapters, it makes it make all the sense, and it's just like really big payoff in this chapter. I feel like it's very satisfying seeing it all come together like this. Like,
oh yeah. big payoff. I always like just feeling rewarded for reading, and today was this
Huge
chapter was it. This was it, and I love the of course they're in his like inner space digitally in his mind, and just the concept of like I got this my own little interface
level up system.
Just I mean it's it opens up the possibility for so much. Like we didn't really see the skill tree, right? We only saw a little bit,
right?
And we didn't. We got some leveling up to do. We got some points to attribute into different fucking And
what
categories.
Dharma was saying about how you've only inherited these skills and how you can't use them is like massive, right? Because like
so good.
Because like it could have been really easy for Kishimoto to just like give Hachimaru like all of the advantage he needed by playing that video game for his whole life, but like it is only going to get advantages on like a purely like technical like aspect of samurai fighting. Like now you have these skills and you need to up your stats in order to unlock them, which is just we can just see all of Hachimaru's growth, like potential growth in the future just from this one chapter, seeing that his stats are also small except for the gravity area, and knowing that he needs to train and experience combat in a way that gives him this experience that unlocks these moves. It just like it addresses that issue that people had, that characters were too strong too quickly, or that Hachimaru was too strong too quickly, you know what I mean? And now we have key stress which is massive for strength progression, you know what I mean? And that makes me think that M.A.N.G.A is going to have that starts making me think about like what M.A.N.G.A's going to be able to do like in the future as far as development goes. Like we might get key stress
soul
healing.
Stress.
We might get we might get like her prayers like might evolve into like key stress healing. We might
stress
buffs,
negating.
Key stress negating. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we know that like Fudomyo said his potential is limitless, like pretty much verbatim, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get this shooting star sword.
Oh yeah, of course he's gonna get the fucking shooting star sword. Oh yeah, for sure. I
don't know why the game shit is just so A1 for me. That's why Greed Island is my favorite arc in Hunter. It's just because that video game feel.
Yeah, and it's like how did we not like see this like. How did we not see this coming with like the video game being such a major part of like Hachimaru's like upbringing?
And the game was tight. That gave me Hunter vibes. I was like, yo, Dharma was on his fucking Jing freaks.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Left the game for the successor. Oh,
yes,
shit.
Dude. Yeah, it's so cool seeing all this shit get tied together the way that it is, man. Like these last couple chapters have been so huge for the series, man.
Yeah, and when you were talking about key stress and like what that means for Anne, I was thinking of like soul stress on her for praying, or on her on her soul or her being or whatever, some kind of mana pool that she's working out of. Because I mean, we've already seen her start bleeding and shit out of her nose when she's pregnant.
We're gonna get a skill tree for Anne too.
She's and for Hayataro. Yo, wait a minute, bro. Fudo Mio might be a gamer in another life.
Is Hachimaru about to have Hayataro on some DMX shit and have Hayataro stealing purses and shit, snatching purses from people on the street?
Yo, wait a minute.
True story.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go into Hanaichi and Goku and Ichigo, right?
Sure.
Because so now we know that he's Ukusama school, right? And he has the teleporting. He has like the teleport skill, or the summoning, the beckoning, the cat beckoning. That like summons everyone, to him, which is like really fucking sick. So like now, and see like, okay, so like when Hachimaru was looking at the map and seeing where the other keys are, now that he, can like see that or whatever, he sees that there's one right next to him, and he automatically assumes it's Ryu. Like that's not confirmed, but like Sanda's there too, right?
Yeah.
So like it's probably Sanda, even though they're trying to like say it's Ryu, right?
But he doesn't have the key, like he doesn't have a key within him.
Yeah,
I know, that's right. So it has to be Ryu then, right?
Yeah, or Sen, but I doubt it's Sen.
It can't be Sen. No. Sen would know by now, I feel like.
Maybe.
I don't know. Or maybe.
But yeah, it's got to be Ryu. It's just.
So it's Ryu. Okay, so then like Sanda, I don't know, because it's like Hachimaru. Obviously, I feel like the names have to do with like whether you're a key or not, or at least that's what I've been led to believe. Okay, I don't want to feel like I've been lied to here. So we got Nanashi, the 7, the one with the hair, interface, like from like the very first arc of the series that we assumed was going to come back to be a key, and we have all these names with all of these numbers, and
That's the one who was the other. The second place in the game.
Yeah, the second place in the game. Yeah. So like we assumed like that's what like kind of like set it off as far as like numbers being in the names, and then like us associating those characters with numbers in their names as keys to roll with Hachimaru, right? So but then now we have Sanda here who doesn't have a key.
But either did Nanashi.
But then like Ryu could not be his name at all. Like that's what we've been led to believe. I think that was implied at one point. Like,
that's
somebody
right.
even said, like, "Yo, so
I'm gonna find out your real name."
I didn't even know your name is Ryu.
Yeah.
I think somebody did say that at some
point. Sanda said that in one page, like a couple panels. He's like, "I'm gonna find out what you guys like. I'm gonna get your name for you, but I'm gonna find out who you are, basically."
Yeah.
So he could have a number in his shit too. Okay, so Ryu could be the key then there too.
Yeah, and it just doesn't pick up Sanda yet because he has not gotten a key or a locker ball, whatever, hasn't gone.
Are they going to take this man back to his like the key that he was supposed to, the locker ball that he was supposed to?
I don't know. I thought that was a good angle, but I mean, we could also look at it as the people that got the numbers in their name and that they don't have, that they're not samurai. Maybe he has some kind of like fellowship of the ring of some kind.
Because Hachimaru's gonna find the samurai, and then Anne's gonna find the locker balls, right? It's like that's a part of her character too, right? Is to find locker balls. But I mean, but also like where are all these samurai's princesses? Like where's Ryu's princess? Who's if Sanda becomes a samurai, like where's his princess at? You know what I mean? Like where. So it's like we got to find all of these characters and all these locker balls and shit. There's a lot that could fucking happen with this shit.
After you become a samurai, you don't just have your princess though. You go and find her. So
yeah, true.
So they could still do that, but I don't know. Hard to say. But Cat Guy's definitely a key too, right? Or at least somebody on their squad is also
Ichigo. The little girl Ichigo. Because he's talking to her, and he's like, you're the strongest samurai in the whole fucking galaxy, and you just don't fucking know it. And like that's why we saved you, and your whole fucking planet got obliterated. Sorry, mom and dad, but like you're tight, right? Isn't this great? And she's like, fuck you.
yeah, that was tough. But yeah, that did kind of set it off for me. You're right.
Yeah.
Then that If it's Ichigo, then it's Sanda. If Ichigo is it, then it's Sanda.
Sanda's her princess?
And right when he links to her,
he's his own
phenomenal gravity.
He's another key. Because you don't have to have because if Ichigo is it, she ain't got a locker ball, right?
Yeah.
She's not a samurai.
She's not a samurai yet, so he can tell without a key. Yeah, so then it is Sanda then.
Yeah, if it's Ichigo, then it is Sanda. Like that's just how it's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I'm there with you. But that was just such a cool exchange between Ichigo and Hanaichi when he's talking about like you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? Like she's like, how could I be a samurai? I'm just a small little girl. And he's like, don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? Like you're strong as hell. You know, and like and I could tell that, you know, you're totally calm right now because you could see that the destruction of your planet was coming. She's like, didn't you just say don't judge a book by its cover? I'm fucking pissed right now. You know what I mean? Like you think I look fucking calm, but like it's fuck all y'all right now for me, and I'm just talking. I'm like just able to have a conversation with you, but I can't stand this situation at all. Yeah, you know what I mean. I just thought that was a really cool conversation there, but
yeah, you damn right. I'm gonna get strong, and I'm gonna come back and yak on your bitch ass.
Well, I mean, they did say, you know what I mean. Like I could see her being like upset that the planet was destroyed, but like she can't be blaming them for it. You know what I mean? They came to save her. I mean, like you know. But I mean, like they're not responsible for the destruction of the planet. They just knew that they needed to get her out of there. You know, so
they are.
They blew up the planet.
They're in cahoots
with Atta.
Wait, Hanaichi is and them?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
They radioed them from that same fucking ship that was on her planet, and then it was like as they were pulling away, they're like fire, and then he's like mwah, 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 and like
I don't even remember. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're in cahoots, bro. They're like directly responsible for murdering her entire planet.
Wow.
And the other two random ass planets.
Wild.
Yeah, they're getting hit with the Getsuga Tensho eventually. they're definitely getting hit with it.
Okay, so okay, yeah. Okay, so that actually makes things make a lot of sense for me too then, because I was wondering like how Hanaichi and and Goku's like kind of like situation like like mattered with or how it worked out with Hachimaru's like team and whatnot. I was like, are these all just gonna be motherfuckers that join the team? So obviously Ichigo, they're gonna try to get Ichigo to go with Hachimaru, and then while dealing with Hanaichi and Goku then, because they're in cahoots with Atta. Okay, so they're gonna be separated here, and then Ichigo's gonna go with them, and then Hanaichi and them are gonna be dealt with. Okay, that makes it make a little bit more sense then in regard to like how this group is going to work out now that they've like been teleported all to each other. Okay, it's starting to make a little bit more sense now then.
Yeah, but I mean that's really kind of it though, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, the cat beckoning was crazy.
It was tight.
What the fuck?
Oh,
that shit was nutty. I'm like, this man just pulled everybody to his ass. They
cat
pulled
beckoning.
right. I expect. What is this cat's name? Goku?
No, Hanaichi.
Hanaichi, yeah.
Yeah.
I expect him to be pretty
right there. What's up with this like monkey with the rice hat though?
You sure that's not Goku?
Oh yeah, no, could be. I could have sworn that it was just like the other dude that was there with Hanaichi was Goku, but
yeah, he probably.
Well, no, yeah. Oh well, he just shouted, "Prepare yourself, Goku. I'm gonna summon them," and both of them were there. So who knows? But I think maybe this gorilla, this little monkey, he looks kind of like a chimp, I guess.
Yeah.
He's just like maybe he's Goku's little man's.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
him in battle.
That's Bubbles.
I mean, it's Sun Wukong, like
yeah.
I don't know, like maybe that's the little monkey is Sun Wukong.
Yeah.
Just calls him son or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know. We can move on though if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So with that, we'll move on to Chainsaw Man, chapter 56, A Curse and a First.
Big shout outs to the barf eating chapter that almost made me quit the fucking story.
Why is that where we're starting? That's where we're gonna start.
That's just like the first thing that comes to mind when I remember this chapter. Like, god damn it.
That was the funniest moment in the series.
Then he's like, I'll do it for 10,000 yen.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been done that shit. It's terrible.
Hit me off that clean fucking, I need to
come up
Franklin and I'll do it, Hit me off that hundo.
Fuck that.
That's terrible. $100 you're gonna eat
the vegetables at first. She's like,
yeah. It's so crazy, like going through this arc and like knowing that there's like assassins that are going to be popping out of the woodwork and like trying to get Denji in like ways that are like outside of just running up on him. You know what I mean? Like we have this lady that's like trying that's trying to stab him with this nail. We got the fucking Immortality brothers like doing like
stabbed 3 times and not notice.
I know, that's what I was wondering too. You know,
with a nail, you know, like if it was like a hypodermic needle or something, like I understand, but like a whole ass nail, those are sizable holes she's putting in you, brother. Man.
Well, she said that she pricked him. She said that she like just kind of like pricked him, but still like I don't know. She's got to be one cold piece if she's, you know, like real quick.
If she could prick him painlessly with a nail, then she's a beast.
Yeah,
that's like so much control to stop because she has to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But at the scene where she walks
she
past
has a
them,
master assassin, as far as we know.
Yeah, the scene where she's walking past them, you know, like Power is like faking like throwing up or like, you know, or whatever it is, and like and Denji's like laughing like hysterically at it. So like in that moment where he's like laughing or whatever, like uncontrollably, she can like ta ta ta. You know what I mean? Like real quick. I don't know. There's enough of a distraction there. I feel like where it makes sense.
Well, and she lost the feeling in her fingers to do that, you know, like she mentioned her contract, like that's her fucking condition. And so I don't know, maybe there's just like light speed perfect, you know, that she's sacrificing her hand feeling for.
Yeah.
So
but it's just so cool like seeing all of these other, you know, assassins like plans to like get Denji because they see his security detail. You know what I mean? And they're like, okay, well, obviously we have to go at this in a way that's like super inconspicuous, you know, like super, you know, on the down low, you know, about it, you know what I mean? So it's like, I honestly, like with everyone like closing in and like we got the fake like Immortality brother like coming in like looking like Kusakabe or whatever is that dude is whose face he stole, like coming in and it's like, man, it's like next chapter could really crack off or it could just be more setup. But like I'm ready to like see this like turn into like, okay, one, you know, assassin group has reached Denji. The other assassin groups on the way to Denji are running into each other and fighting on the way to Denji. You know, so we have all of these different fights like breaking out in all of these different areas from all of these different people involved. And this could be one fucking hectic arc that we have going on here.
Yeah, the two that would have to meet is Santa Claus and Chinese Kempo Girl, right? Like,
yeah, that would be wild, bro.
Forgot her name, but yeah.
I would love for her to just piece up Santa Claus and get him out of here. And
we
don't have to worry about him too much. Like
break every bone in his body, and then just fucking put a pike up his fucking ass and leave him.
Jesus Christ!
Merry Christmas, Santa! Wow!
So going back kind of the beginning of that first assassin, Tolka or whatever is the dude, I think, and we don't get the chick's name, but she, you know, said, "Hey, all you need to do is stab him with this one more time."
Yeah.
And, you know, my whatever will go into effect.
And then he'll just die, and then Denji just dies after you stab him 4 times. It takes their life.
Yeah,
it's the contract that she has, right?
Yeah, with the contract. Which once you do that, I'll introduce you to my devils. She says, you know, like what devils like she has a contract with, which could mean that when he takes that last fucking stab at Denji, it sacrifices him, and she's just been playing him to fucking.
Hey, I would love that. That would be so sick. Take that last stab.
You know, because it's so weird to have like a condition where it's like I gotta stab you 4 times with this little fucking nail and you die. Like, because why didn't she just
Yeah,
you know,
right.
Give it to him, you know? Like, I was just so
She's got to be playing them. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be big funny, and I'll have to. I don't know. I'm gonna be dead. I'll tell you that. If that's what happens, I'm gonna be laughing my ass. And this chapter was kind of funny for a couple of reasons. You know, like fucking the violence devil. Shit, you're talking about Trigon, and I know you like watched it recently. Fucking, and he's like, I'm all about love and peace.
And peace. Hell yeah,
that's just stampede. And fucking the other funny thing at the end is Power's giving out the big power suck. You know, like extra C's on that suck for sure. And
the power suck.
and Denji gets a power suck too. You know, like This chapter, it was a lot. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in it. A lot of information. Funny to me in some ways.
Yes.
But yeah, the Violence Devil shit was pretty damn interesting.
It was. Just like hearing like his kind of like origin of how he remembered being a human and then coming into the Devilman like role that he's in, and it all comes back to Makima.
He's like, I can't remember. I remember all these things about my life, but I can't remember anything about my death other than Makima saved me. And it's like, fuck no, that's implanted memory shit.
Right? Yeah.
Shit to you, you know, like, and so yeah. I mean, obviously we need to see that play out. But when the day that Makima, you know, gets outed, and we find out all this shit is gonna be a day to celebrate. Because it's like, man, we got this long ass list of people she's fucking did some shit to. Yes. And we're gonna get all these dots connected, and that's gonna be marvelous.
And we're gonna find out she's the gun devil.
She gotta get the pike too.
She's the bullet devil. The gun devil doesn't work without her.
Yo, what? No, stop. I can't think of that. That's so fucking... Dude, no. That would be fucking crazy. The bullet devil.
That's nuts.
Yo, more bullets. Hell no, man. Because then what's up with her fucking ability then, man? How does she have all these abilities?
I don't know.
Oh, we need more lore.
Beats the fuck out of me, man. Like, that's clearly... Yeah. There's it's really hard to speculate on her. Like, to really... You think... If anybody actually predicts that accurately, what the fuck's going on with her, they're fucking...
On some other shit.
I'll go get my tarot cards done by that person, whoever does that shit. But... Because they're definitely seeing the future on
they're on some other shit. Fuck yeah.
But
they got a devil contract, the future devil.
Yeah. The Immortal Bro sneak attack next chapter, right?
I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Yeah. But I mean, like, where are they? If he pulls up in a cab, then they're in like another cab, like that's pulling up like behind him.
They're gonna like they're gonna just like let him lurk in the squad for a bit, and like they're gonna ambush him to the two of them, and they're gonna get into a heated situation. And you think you know what I'm saying? You got who you got, and all of a sudden one of your mans is just like, nah, nah. What's good?
Yeah.
Well, and we really need to see Kobeni in a very bad situation.
We
need to see her in a really bad situation because I need to see what she's all about, like all the way.
Yeah. Because she yacked on the person with the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What the fuck is good? A lot of professional devil hunters got killed by the guys with the guns, and she did not.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Come on, author.
Fujimoto.
Let's go with the Kobeni shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready for it. I'm super excited for the next chapter. I really think that next chapter is going to be a really big violent chapter. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Really big, like violent devil.
No, just like a violent, like a fight, like action is gonna.
The last couple, I mean, that car shit in the last chapter.
Yeah, but I mean, like outside of just like sneak attack, you know, I don't know, like just like an actual fight. Yeah.
I'm ready for it. I mean, there could be more set. I mean, if there's more setup, I'd be fine with it too, as long as it's done well. But why would I think it wouldn't be? It's been done well this whole time. So.
Yes. Yeah. Smoking Aces.
And the end of the chapter. What were you saying?
It's just the movie Smoking Aces. If you've ever seen it, it just like this arc just reminds me of that movie. You know, a whole bunch of assassins coming to get a bounty. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The end of the chapter was funny as hell, though. I mean, like Kiko said, you know, power giving off them big, big vibes. You know, what I'm
suck
saying?
You dry.
She got the shoulder out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what is up with the way that like tongues are drawn in this series is just like weird as hell. It just does not look right.
Yeah,
I feel like it does. I feel like it does look right. I feel like he's putting in some extra time on the tongue. You know, like purposely.
How it like comes up and then it goes like this and then goes like this.
Yeah, it's got his tongue's got joints.
Yeah,
no, it's It's a.
I see.
Yeah. Devil tongues, man.
But it was just funny as hell. I thought how Aki's like, all right, bet, Denji, she gonna suck your ass dry till you die. We're gonna rev you up. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Right. Like, yeah.
Like, you'll fade into the darkness as she has her fangs synced into your neck or whatever the hell, however the hell she drinks.
Whatever part of the body maybe she decides to suck all the blood out of.
Maybe it's just like that fucking game Blood Omen where she just like stands over you and just
that shit was tight. That shit was tight. I'm surprised you brought that up. That's crazy. I ain't thought about that shit in a long time.
Blood Omen was a tight ass fucking game, bro. That shit was tight.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think we can move on. That's all
I'm good. I'm good.
Chance on it.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we can move on to
Oh yeah, No Promise Neverland. What the fuck?
Yeah, No Promise Neverland this week. FYI.
All right, whatever. Yeah. Black Clover though. What the fuck, dude?
Chapter 238. Zeno. I don't know. I kind of don't want to pronounce it Zeno, right? Because I'm used to.
They got rid of that extra N. It's
Zeno. It's Zeno now. Zeno?
I'm used to Zeno with an H from Hunter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to say Zeno. But
well, because if it was English, it would be Zeno. But I swear, it's like Deku is not Deku, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They don't put the hard
hard E.
Yeah, the hard E. We just stop at E.
But yeah, man, has been going through it.
Yeah, he has. What the fuck?
Man. Like he has seen all of his mans just yacked on, bro.
Yeah, this definitely takes back all the never faces any kind of adversity shit.
Yeah, this was huge for him. Yeah, this was huge for the series.
Recognize him from?
Who?
Did we see him did we see Yuno see him?
See who?
Before?
Zeno?
Oh.
Zeno. Yeah, Zeno. Because on page 2, he sees him, and then it's like he kind of flashes back to a group of people walking up to him, and then this dude is leading the group.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, so like where did he
I don't remember that. I don't remember him seeing that.
Well, he remembers it as a child when he got escaped out of there.
Man, how young?
The flashback. The dude recently just showed him all of his fucking life. So
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I didn't really pick up on that though. At the time. Jesus. Oh man. But he ain't got a scratch on him. Like Zeno, after fighting fucking
Vengeance. Low diff.
Yeah.
I knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. I knew he was gonna fucking one shot fucking Vengeance. I don't know. I mean, like it just made sense.
Why is Vengeance like just a man? So many reasons why he's a bitch. It's like, bro, you don't win fights. You only like when
the Yggdrasil magic is not tight. It's just like it's. I knew it right away. I'm like, Yggdrasil, like a world tree. Like this magic is trash. Like what the fuck.
I mean, it's so hard to say, it's
like I gotta sit here in the center of town for a half hour and just let all my people get fucking slaughtered while I collect their fucking magic and then grow a big ass tree.
But see, like the thing. That goes into like my main point of like this chapter is I feel like Vengeance being like low diffed here and like beaten is leading Zeno into a sense of security where he's actually like handled everybody the way that he needs to, and then this Yggdrasil magic is going to revive everybody in the area.
Yeah, probably something like that. That's
because like that, like there's just no way. Like,
that would be tight.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like a counter, like an after the fact healing kind of situation, and that's gonna be Vengeance's true power.
Why isn't his magic basically the same as Zeno's, and he just makes a bunch of fucking spears out of fucking tree trunks? Like why doesn't he do the exact same thing and they just have a fucking spear fight? I don't know, and it's so hard for me to feel like
the bones are OD, bro.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to feel like that ability is weak off the strength of Naruto, because that's the Senju's Kekkei Genkai, right? Like how could that be weak, right? That's the strongest fucking ninja clan in the fucking shit, and obviously it's a different story, but
because like I don't know, it's not like, for one, it's not as fast.
till you start putting them Hashirama cells into people and shit. You
know? Like the growth of these trees is not. It's not good.
And like, is it only one type of tree? Could you like grow a tree that had like poisonous like barbs on it or something? You know, like I don't know.
I just for some reason I just feel like, and I would love for, because like this chapter is introducing things that I feel like the story is really needed for a really long time. Like we actually have like a lot, like pretty crazy tension here, and like the stakes are like rising now that like we're seeing characters die, I guess, you know, but like named characters that are important need to die. And so like I don't want Klaus and L'Etoile
There's
to
no
be
way my
dead.
guy Klaus is out of here.
Yeah,
bro.
you know what I mean? Like but I mean like there needs to be characters that die, you know what I mean? Like at some point, you know, at least to make these threats matter, you know what I mean? Like if you're not going to have named characters die, then like showing them in these death scenes, you know, is making everybody freak out, and it's like these really big moments that you're like, holy shit, what's going to happen next? And like and then I just feel like they're going to be brought back in some kind of way, maybe by Vengeance's magic, or like I'm thinking about how Tabata is going to bring them back, because that's what we've seen from the series so far, is that, you know, it's characters just don't die, and if these are going to be the characters that die first, it's like I was just starting to like them. You know what I mean? So that's huge. That's a big power move from Tabata, but I just can't see it. And if they do stay dead, then that's great, even though I don't want them to die. But like, it just seems so unlikely to me that these are going to be the first ones to bite.
What I foresee, what I can see happening is that Vengeance can keep himself alive with his magic and does not die, and that Yuno and fucking Klaus and L'Etoile actually do die, but he
Yuno's like dead here, like actually dead here.
I'm not done.
Sorry.
Yeah, as in he actually dies for real, but like Vengeance has his redeeming moment through all this, and like gives his own life to use the Yggdrasil magic to bring him back. And that would do a lot.
Then Vengeance will stay
Vengeance
dead
dies
because he needs to, bro. Like he
owes us.
He owes us. Yes, exactly. Okay, I like that. I really like that. That's the best way to do it.
Well, and that makes me feel good about Vengeance, because I have not for a long time. I'm just like, how do you let him back on the team?
Yeah, how is everything just cool with this motherfucker?
He's
like
clean.
What?
No, he ain't clean. He's got purple fucking poison on his face and his head. He's the least clean. He's got AIDS head.
Wow.
I fucking know.
I just honestly, like now that you said that, Kiko, that's great. I would honestly, that would be perfect to me. I would love that.
It sews up some things for me and makes me happy with the story. So like that's what I want to happen.
Because I just want Vengeance to die.
Why shouldn't he?
I don't.
Why shouldn't he? Tell me why he shouldn't. All right.
No reason he should.
Really?
He got possessed.
He allowed bro.
I'm saying he was born with another soul in his body.
And he's like, oh yeah, my only other best friend licked, you know. It's like, what the fuck you mean? You mean you? You are your best friend, you know?
No, dude, Vengeance was totally in full control of his faculties and let that shit happen.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he did. And that was told, that was like confirmed to us in the story. Like he was the motherfucker that was on that fuck shit.
Coin flip happen.
Oh my god.
Vengeance is out of here. He's got poison face
anyway.
Time
to go.
He's got coronavirus on
Vengeance is time to go. Yes, use the Yggdrasil magic to bring back Klaus L'Etoile and heal Yuno. You die. And there's stakes right there. Our people are still in the fold. Maybe some other named deaths can happen later that like keep the stakes and keep the tension there and like keep the consequences in the story so that so it doesn't feel as campy, and this can actually be like a story with some tension and a story that where you actually care about threats. And then Vengeance is just the first, you know, situation there where we're getting someone, you know, some like where someone dies and it just like makes it a little bit more compelling. I would love that to be the start of something great here. I'm not ready for Klaus and L'Etoile to die. Definitely not Yuno. I really can't see Yuno dying here.
No, of course not.
Yeah, not you know what I mean?
Well, and Belle's still alive, like floating.
And his grimoire is still there, so he can be healed. Yeah. And you have Yggdrasil magic here, so like it kind of like makes sense
Yeah, I just don't want it to be we all
survived. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get the ball rolling here. Vengeance, sorry, you gotta go, buddy. It's been hinted at for a while.
Or the only other one I'll be okay with is if and Vengeance survive, but Klaus and Latoil die.
Yeah, sure. That's fine too.
And Klaus's death really fucks with
Yeah.
That to me would be good too.
Yeah. But then later on in the arc, I feel like other people have to die in this arc too. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not just gonna you know what I mean? Like it would just be a great turn for the series to let us know how serious it can really be. And you just can't come out of the elf arc with this devil where nobody dies, where this is such a crazy threat that you've never seen before, but everybody comes out basically fine, you know what I mean? And then go into the next arc where everybody, you know, like, and now there's a bigger threat here than the last arc, and still everybody is just like coming out, you know, fine and be like, you know, like there has to be some kind of grave danger that actually matters eventually in the story. And if we didn't get that last arc, then it has to be in this one. And honestly, it has to be twofold because of how there was no actual stakes in the last one. You know what I mean? So I would love for this to just be a dark ass arc that really puts shit into perspective for the main cast as like what kind of world they're in.
I don't remember. Is Xenon, whatever, is he the strongest devil guy or is he the second strongest?
I think it's Dante, right? Was the other one?
The king.
Oh.
Yami.
But no, not Yami. What?
the one that looks like Yami. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Nah, that's not it. But yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's good because I was like pretty sure that he's the second strongest.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Okay, good.
And he was saying, and he said 55%.
Only that's just what he used.
That's just what he used. But I think his upper limit is 60, right? Because
I thought it was 80.
I think that's the main one, right?
I think they said that all of those commanders can use 80.
Can use 80.
Which makes me think that the king can use 100.
Yeah.
Clean 100 out here.
Clean 100.
And I don't know what it's gonna look like, but because 55% look pretty ill. Yeah, like 55 was already.
Yeah. Yo, his aesthetic and design when he went 55, bro. Yeah, the horns out, bro. One black, one white with the one bone wing, one fucking like black. Oh my god,
it's amazing.
Buddy looking clean with the fur fucking collar, like we were talking about lapels on fucking fleet. Oh,
hell yeah!
God damn.
Yeah, but also, how about Yuno's Spirit of Zephyr, the sword couldn't cut through the bone?
Yes.
Or what the dialogue there? He was saying like the bone is regenerating quicker than it's whatever. Like
then it's being broken down. Yeah.
Well, because his sword like erodes like matter.
That's what I thought too. Yeah. Okay.
And shit like that. Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess this devil just replenishes that shit so fast.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So but man, and now I just think about like Asta confronting these things because it's like this is still magic that they're using. So if Asta, like maybe it'll regenerate faster than Asta's anti-magic can even break it down.
I couldn't see that.
I couldn't see that either. That's so weird. He should just slice through all of their shit like butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like I feel like one of these devils is going to have, I don't know. I don't want to say an anti-magic.
So magic?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it sounds so weird saying that, but it's just like how does like Asta just like not? Man, it's so crazy going through the story and seeing how Tabata like finds ways to like give Asta difficulty against characters that are using magic. You know what I mean? It's just like he should literally just be slicing through everybody like butter, but he somehow finds a way to make it at least a little bit compelling as far as like, you know, Asta's, you know, trials and tribulations like throughout the series. Like how is everything not just easy for him? And he finds a way to do it. But like these guys are using like physical magics that like can just be cut in half by Asta's, you know, black divider or whatever, you know what I mean? So I feel like someone's going to have a magic that it somehow blocks Asta's usage of anti-magic. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
What does that
even mean? You know what I mean? Like, because like we saw, in this chapter using the saber of Zephyr or whatever. And he's getting through like kind of close to Zeno, with his wind sword. So if that was Asta right there, what could Zeno have really done? Get cut in half. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, they're making him out to be like this threat that, I don't know. I feel like as soon as Asta like shows up, he's just gonna start washing these threats.
The king is gonna have some kind of
the king. So it'll have to be the king. So all the king's subordinates are gonna fuck everybody else up besides Asta, and then Asta's finally gonna show up on some save the day type shit.
But still, what magic? I don't know. Like, what can you make that counters anti-magic?
Yeah.
Like, how do you make a story that's all about magic? One person gets to counter everybody, and then you got to come up with somebody who uses that magic to counter the count. I don't know. Like, I'm.
Yeah. So, like, are we ever going to see an enemy that also uses anti-magic fighting Asta? Is my question.
Maybe, but
that would be his hardest fight, wouldn't it?
Point. Or just reality altering, which is, I don't want to go down that road.
Holy shit.
I got cut in half, but I really didn't get cut in half. I'm over there. That shit, the fucking
Genjutsu.
Yeah. Well, and that actually would make sense as something like Genjutsu, maybe.
Yeah.
Like some kind of, but that's like Dorothy Unsworth type shit, like the fucking sleepy girl. Like I don't know. I just, it's so
predicting Black Clover is really hard to do because it all comes down to Asta and his interactions with his characters.
There isn't really rules, right? There's just I got a book and then
Like, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of books that do all kinds of different shit, which is cool to read every week. But like, there's no like firm rules that allows us to use those rules to like form opinions based on like what could happen in the future because of how well we understand this system. Yeah. But
so we'll see what happens. I guess that's all we got.
Yeah, there's no way Yuno's dead. You said his grimoire is still there, though.
Grimoire is still there. It's on the rocks. It's like it's strategically placed away so that you might not notice it right away, but it's there on the rocks and it's the same color.
I don't think I saw it.
You can see it if you look at everything.
It's down below him.
It's down below him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's right there.
You just let your book fall on the ground, weak ass.
Yeah, that's crazy how even Bell was like, yo, a dip. Like, this dude is not fucking around.
Yep.
But yeah, I think
is that her name? The Sylph? The Sylph's name is Bell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn, that's obviously like Tinkerbell. I don't know. I never like remembered that. But it's anyway.
It's spelled B-E-L-L and not like B-E-L-L-E. Like I thought, but.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, let's go. I'm done.
Yeah, me too.
So with that, we can move on to My Hero Academia, chapter 259, A Quiet Beginning.
What's good?
Do we want to start with the controversy with this chapter?
Oh yeah, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, we kind of
I just want to ask you guys if you saw what I saw on page 6.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw our Chainsaw Man out here,
Yeah, Denji.
Oh yeah, is that the controversy?
No. The controversy is in the name of the doctor that was revealed. Dr. Eggman's name was revealed.
Yeah, in particular, the Maruta part means log, and that's what they were calling the people that they had human experimentation on in World War II that the Japanese did.
Yeah.
And they killed 5,000 people that they were like fucking taking their organs out without doing like terrible shit to them.
They were doing all types of fucked up shit.
Amputating shit, they were all like conscious too, with like no anesthesia and like all sorts of other shit. They're testing like bio and chemical weapons on them, and that's who this guy's basically named after. And people rage.
He's probably doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, well, I know,
it makes sense. It makes sense for the name there, but it's still really insensitive.
And people didn't take it. Yeah. And his name's going to be changed for next chapter.
Yeah, Horikoshi came out and like made a statement, you know, like, hey, like my bad, you guys. Like, that wasn't my intention. I'm going to change it. I didn't know that y'all were going to like tweak like this. Like, that's kind of an L on my part. I'm ready to hold that L. We're changing the name. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
that's it.
That's really what it is. Yeah.
Pretty wild. Yeah. Got some history lesson in, you know.
Yeah, but at least he's cool enough to own it. You know what I mean? And
he didn't at first, is what people are saying. Like he was saying, like he was doing a lot of like explaining it away and wouldn't apologize at first, and eventually apologized and said he'd change it. But I think he really wanted to run with it because it's, you know, a play on the situation.
It fits for the situation, right? Yeah.
So, but what can you do? You know, like that's a fucked up situation. But you know, it's not. I'm not Japanese, right? Like that's not my culture. So like, I don't feel. Obviously, I feel terrible for any people that ever get hurt. But it's like that wasn't anything I would have ever noticed if somebody didn't point
it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's fucked up though. I'm glad that he's taking the steps to try to make it better to some degree. Obviously, there's just gonna be people you can't please no matter how you go about it. You know what I mean? But I mean, at least he's doing what he's doing about it now. You know what I mean? So hopefully, definitely. Hopefully he doesn't like. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like the hero fandom is just. I mean, I understand this. But it's like it's always something, man. It's always something with hero, and it's like, why are people trying so hard to like take Horikoshi down? Like, I don't understand. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why is it messed up that he did like a good job and made a good reference with the character's name?
Because I mean,
I don't. Yeah, it's a bad look.
Yeah, it's a bad look, and like obviously we can't speak for the people that it actually affects because we aren't those people. We don't feel that pain that they do. So like it makes sense to us as Americans that don't know anything. You know what I mean? And we see the connection there, and we're like, this makes sense. You know what I mean? But like, just because it makes sense doesn't mean that everyth's okay with the execution. You know what I mean?
That's what I was trying to say before. Exactly that.
Yeah. So
that's the one. That's the thing.
Yeah. So, but and that's just the way it is. Like I can't speak for the people that it hurts. You know what I mean? I can't. You know, like we can't just sit there and go, well, it makes sense to us. So what's your problem? You know what I mean? It's
gotta respect their position.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not our place to tell people how they should feel about something that hurts them on a glance like that.
Not even
you know
I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, getting into the chapter.
Just makes sense objectively.
Well, sure. Yeah. But getting into the chapter,
dramatically,
we find out that the doctor, Eggman, was quirkless.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
huge. That's massive.
It is huge.
Yeah. And which puts like a lot of things into perspective a little bit, actually, with his character and like his motivations behind like what he does, why he does what he does, potentially. Because, you know, if you're in a world where everybody's got a superpower and you don't, that could be, you know, reasons why you want to learn everything that you can about them and kind of give like a little perspective as to like why he went down the path that he did, because maybe like some kind of jealousy or maybe some kind of like obsession with why he never was one who had one. You know what I mean? And it's just like showing like, you know, the Deku side of things where you don't have a quirk, but you still want to try your best to be the best hero that you can. And then on the other side, you have Dr. Eggman here, who took that as like the ultimate L, like, you know, like, why have I been forsaken, you know, like kind of situation. And now I need to turn into like a diabolical, like mad scientist villain and fuck it all up for everybody else. You know what I mean? So you get like two sides of the spectrum here of quirkless people and the routes that they could take throughout their life as a quirkless person, you know?
Yeah.
So that was really cool there.
Except for Deku's isn't realistic, but yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm just going to go find the number one hero who has the only quirk in the world that's pass onable, and he's going to give it to me.
Hey. He was ready to still do what he could do without a quirk, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And watch it on TV.
Yeah, like he was ready to deal with it, and he was still going to apply to UA. to apply to UA even without a quirk. Like he had been told that he didn't have a quirk and still had his ambition until All Might showed up in that unbelievable circumstance. That's 1 in a million. But
I get that. That's all fair. Sure.
Yeah. But like, it's not like he was like, I need to go find the number 1 hero so he can make me a hero.
I know.
Yeah.
But I was when you just say like these are 2 routes you could take, I'm like, Deku's route is not a route you really can take. That's the route that you get by chance.
No. Yeah. What actually ended up happening is definitely 1 in a million situation. But like his outlook on it is the opposite side of the spectrum of Dr. Eggman. Like I'm still gonna try my best without a quirk and not hate the world. And then that's what I meant. But getting back into it here, seeing all the fucking seeing all the troops pulling up to the fucking
everywhere.
Hospital. Yeah, and you want to know what, dude? You want to know what? I'm mad. I'm mad at myself because when Shirakumo said hospital in the chapter with Aizawa and Present Mike, I did not fucking think Dr. Eggman's hospital. And did you guys like when he said when the word that he said was hospital, the heroes figured out like that was like the connecting piece that like led them to this raid, right? And to have them look into this doctor that has this hospital where he's doing all of these experiments in a hidden room. You know what I mean? Like they connected all of these dots to get to this raid because of that information that Kurogiri Shirakumo gave them. In that scene with Aizawa when he said hospital. I didn't fucking think about that until this chapter.
I don't know. I always thought
that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I always knew that the hospital would play into it, but exactly how this was going to happen. And so this chapter to me, I don't know. Like I felt like it kind of snuck up on me. Like I knew they were immobilizing, but I didn't know we were there. Like we were just gonna start apprehending people.
We got the warrant.
but and tell me when he fucking doctor sees fucking Endeavor, bro, he had the shit. Dude, he shit more bricks than they found in El Chapo's mansion. I'm telling you, that boy was shitting, bro.
But dude, honestly though, at the same time, even though he looks super shook there, for some reason, I can't, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they're still ready for this raid to some degree, because it's going back to, the conversation
about deploy some kind of technology and scuttle off,
but also, I'm thinking,
some actual fucking Eggman, autonomous fucking machine,
it just
spider
reminds me of the
conversation
on it. It just reminds me of the conversation that we had, last week about, Twice's role in this entire thing. You know what I mean? Because if Twice really is, setting Hawks up like that, then
Twice is out of there.
Then obviously Dr. Eggman knows that this raid is going on here, and this Dr. Eggman that we see here could be a Twice clone, and that would be nutty. And they're just ready for this raid, in a way that leads these heroes into a false sense of security, they've got them in a place where they're in a really good advantage, or they're in a really good position. And then next chapter, it's just because this is just too perfect for the heroes right now, is what I'm saying, basically. And after all of this setup where we're sitting here thinking, what can the heroes possibly do with this amazing positions that the villains have? And then all of a sudden a chapter like this comes out where it's oh wait, no, actually they got them by surprise. And this is as easy as it's gonna be for them.
You just don't have a reaction like that.
I know. Got your ass. That reaction is crazy.
It's hard to think, unless it is a Twice clone and he thinks he's gonna die, because don't all Twice clones think they're the real one? Isn't that kind of the thing about him, is that and that's why they all fought each other and he tried to kill the real one?
But Dabi was confident, but Dabi, when they were raiding in the Steel Bakugo arc in the forest, that was a Dabi clone that was fighting Aizawa, and he was totally confident that it didn't matter that Aizawa had him on the ropes, because he just melted away and it ended up being a clone. You know what I mean? The Dabi clone wasn't really worried in any kind of way like that. So, but I mean,
so that's the doctor.
So maybe it's got to be, I don't know, but I can just see it either being maybe the doctor's a Twice clone, or maybe the doctor's got a Nomu on deck. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of how it can happen, because this doctor's so cautious and he's so calculated and he's so brooding. It's so crazy that they would catch him off guard like this. You know what I mean? And that they would all just be able to pull up like that unbeknownst to him and just catch him, by the beard like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I could see him going down, being that there's like 1 month to go before Shigaraki's finished, and like so Shigaraki doesn't get finished, and he's not as OP as hopefully, and there's like flaws with his thing, and you see him like rip off all the fucking shit and just break out of his fucking shit he's all hooked up to and all that shit. Like that'd be sick to see. And so I mean, I feel like we don't know what Shigaraki's going to be able to do, but he already needs a nerf. He already needs a nerf.
But like, just like the hero's position here just seems like too perfect. And like, and like, I don't understand how they can be in such a good position when we know that there's a fucking snitch on the hero side, and yet they're still pulling up to the main culprits of this faction here in such a good position. Like if there is a snitch, then like that snitch has to come into effect right now in some kind of way.
What about
warning them about this situation, or they're just in the wrong place and this isn't where they need to actually be? And there's
what about the fact that the traitor hero that was with the paranormal liberation front gets ran up on heavy arm,
yokes him,
gives him like, hey,
that's why I told y'all my man's death arms. What's up?
Yeah, but
you motherfucker.
That's kind of proof that they don't know, and that this guy, I don't know, maybe he never would have been privy to any of that information, but I feel like he would have, gotten at least some more information than most people because he is in a position, to do something with it.
Yeah.
And he is a hero, and so he isn't weak, like on the grand scheme of things, maybe he's weak compared to like Endeavor or something, but like, I feel like that'd be a valuable piece that, they would maybe utilize. And so the fact that he doesn't know shit about this happening, I mean, kind of gives
shit just seems like way too convenient for the heroes, and it's really off-putting.
Yeah. The thing about it, though, is really the only thing they did was get Eggman. And even though they surrounded the paranormal liberation front's fucking mansion or whatever, they haven't seen inside. They haven't,
it just makes me, I just feel like they've been led to a place where they think that they're in a good position, and like that's just not the place that they actually need to be. And while all of these like forces are concentrated in this area, the actual enemy is going to where their defenses are weaker now. I just feel like it's a chess move that we can't really see, from the outside looking in yet.
And that makes sense. I think with the mansion, like that it's empty, it's gonna blow up. I don't know, whatever. They run up in there and it gets blown up. That'd be something. But the way the doctor is sitting there, the doctor's whistling.
He's so shook. He's way too shook, bro.
And he's whistling and talking to himself like, man, just another month to go. Everything's on schedule. Boom. Like Twice ain't walking around talking to himself saying that shit. Like why Twice ain't going to actual Shigaraki, because that was the thing too. I don't think the doctor was going to see Shigaraki, because that's not how you get to that part of the hospital that's blocked off. You got to go through the morgue. You got to go like the elevator through the morgue. So I think he was just on like some regular doctor business, and they jumped out on his ass
with the warrant. Like, what's up?
Yeah. That's how them people do it. They wait for you to go to work. They know you're there. They know you're chilling.
Oh man, I don't know, man, but I'm just so ready for next fucking chapter, because I feel like it's gonna be some looky-loo type shit. You know what I mean? Like, you thought, guess what? Yeah.
Deku gonna meet up with Eggman, and he gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
With all of these,
I took your shit.
Yeah,
you had a nice quirk."
I think it would be lame if Deku had a quirk the whole time and he just got it stolen from him, and then eventually got one for all, because then that would lead me to believe.
I think that would be like dastardly, and
that would be crazy. But then like it would make me think that it would make me think that it would make me think that Deku's gonna lose one for all and then get his original quirk back somehow. Because like, why like make it a point to like say that he always had a quirk if you're not going to eventually give it to him?
Yeah, no, he definitely. There's no way.
Yeah.
Add another quirk to one for all.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, give him another one.
Give him more. He needs more.
Fuck that. But I don't know.
Fine. Yeah. His quirk might not even be that OP. I mean, what was it? It was like his mom could levitate shit, right?
Yeah. She could. I think she could pull small things towards her.
Yeah, and his dad was like what, like breathing fire?
Yeah, he could breathe. He could breathe fire. Yeah.
So like it would be some combination of
fireball jutsu,
or one.
Or what was it?
I guess.
Can't remember what the hand was function for it was, but
I don't know.
I mean, I thought you were gonna tell me because when you said, oh, his quirk wouldn't even be that strong, I thought you were gonna say one for all. I'm like, what?
No.
Okay, all right.
I mean, maybe he could do something like pull in the like molecules in the air that are flammable and then use that as like combustible fucking energy.
Oh shit.
Some like different Bakugo
or
shit.
He could just use one for all.
Yeah.
That he's
I'm just trying to come up with what a combination of the two quirks that his parents had might be.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird to think about. Yeah.
Hey, we got to see Mirko. We ain't seen her in a long time. She came busting in that door, hot as hell. Like,
yeah, dude.
You do not want to get kicked with those rabbit legs.
No, you don't.
Out of you.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good, just to see, old characters or, because like Ectoplasm is one of my favorite heroes.
Dude, he's got such a good design and such a cool fucking quirk.
I love Ectoplasm, like here's just going through and seeing all these characters, and like Tokoyami and Kaminari with the fucking like team.
What's Kaminari doing there in his position?
He can bust up communications and shit. Electricity's a good ass fucking.
Yeah, that's probably it. The communication aspect of it
can buzz them.
But they did say like, okay, you only got to be here for like phase 1 of this, and then y'all bounce. They basically talk, run away after this. So maybe they got 2 little jobs they got to each do, and then they're done and bounce out. I don't know what they could be, but they definitely. Even Tokoyami doesn't say anything, but you can still. He's got a look on his face like, man, what the fuck, man? Why? Why? Can I be with like squat my team? Then we do like kid mission, please.
Yeah,
it's like shit. If you're interning with Hawks and you're with the number 2 hero, like doing shit, like you probably want to be with, on the front lines doing shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Tamaki there too, and then also the
hell yeah, that dude, Fat Gum and Tamaki, and like Fat Gum's in his ear, like, all right, bro, we got this. Don't let this, you know what I'm saying? Don't get all in your feelings like the last mission, bro. Like we going in strong this time, yeah.
Then we got the little mushroom girl from Class B too, right?
Oh yeah.
She's from Class B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1B?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And my guy Cementos.
Yes, bro. Can't wait to see him actually do like real work, because it's like his quirk is so strong, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Gang Orca in a suit.
Gang Orca's in there?
Hell yeah. Gang Orca is one of the hardest heroes.
Dude, Gang Orca's my favorite hero.
Dude, Gang Orca's all gang, bro.
Gang shit.
It's the gang of shit out here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The gang is around.
Yes, bro. Fuck yeah. I'm so ready.
Yeah, and then we get the other panel, that nice ass panel with Kirishima, Momo, Jiro, fucking
Squadron,
Minetra, the Squadron, and the like alligator, like the pieces and the dark.
Momo's never not
people from Class B. Also, actually, there's a bunch of people from Class B, like 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Yeah. Tetsu.
Oh yeah. And then also, you know who it is on the right side.
Who is it?
Can't stop twinkling. Aoyama. You know what I'm saying?
Naval Wiener Saber.
They hit him with the naval saber.
Looks like he's trying to.
I don't think his quirk is very good for like evacuation and rescuing.
He got his cheese with him.
I mean,
maybe he can like put people on his shoulders or something and launch himself with the naval laser, get him out quick. But I don't know.
And then he has to like hide in the corner with a stomachache after he launches one guy out. All right, did my job. Thanks. I'm gonna go give cheese to other weird people.
Anybody want some cheese? I'm ready for some cheese.
Shout outs to Go Yama.
Go Yama. Oh. Okay. I'm is that all you guys had for Hero?
Yeah, we should move on.
Yeah, I'm good on Hero.
Yeah. So with that, we can move on to One Piece. chapter 970.
Yes.
Odin versus Kaido.
Big chapter here. Cover art. Let's talk about this.
The cover, Beje getting that motherfucking just play from every angle. I mean, he's got a girl coming on him. He's got this man kissing him. Motherfucking Vito's got the guy all over him. Gotti's stomped the fuck out somewhere by a fodder Navy guy.
Oh, I just love that you can see Flower Hill in the background.
Where's Chiffon? Where's Lola? I thought this was the point of this fucking shit. Where are we going with this?
Capone's about to leave without her ass. He got a man and a woman now.
Right.
He got options.
This has been 19 weeks of this for like what is this coming up on here?
This is coming up on I'm ready to just I don't know, like what, like please, like
I feel like this is like the hard, like Oda's like, okay, I have to finish telling this cover story, but I can feel like he's so over this cover story, like
right.
Trying to think of the gangster with the name Vito, because Gotti's John Gotti,
yeah,
and that makes sense.
Vito is Bam Margera's uncle,
the dude he's always beating his ass in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, if I was related to Bam Margera, he'd have been dead coming to my house with that shit.
Just fucking have a fucking trap set up with like a fucking
oh yeah, I'm gonna have a trap set up. It's about
cracks him across the bridge of his fucking nose as he comes to
I would be firing back Bam Margera style, fam. Like, you're not coming to my crib at 3 a.m. with no fucking Cradle of Filth death metal music and a big ass Bluetooth speaker hitting me with a fucking punching boxing glove. Like fuck that shit, bro. You're slipping on banana peels. You're getting a glitter bomb to the face. Like,
nah, first time that happens, I'm going to get the fucking like brass knuckles to like sleep with them. They're about to be right on my fucking side table. As soon as you come in with some music, I'm putting them on and cracking.
I'm on.
I don't care who you're related to. But anyway,
yeah, getting into the chapter here. So it's cool finally getting, because we knew that this confrontation was happening, right? And Odin obviously just runs through all of these troops here, and it's cool seeing like actual like a chapter dedicated to just fighting for the most part, right?
Yeah.
We knew that Odin eventually had to cut Kaido, but it's when you look at it, from the situation, it's like Kaido is in dragon form, right? Which we can assume is like his weakest form, right? And it's just like Kiko would say, it's just there for AoE damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got hyper beam, he's in a big body, he can fly, you know what I mean? Like there's purpose, for each Zoan transformation, right? Inside of his Zoan character, right? So like we didn't get like a tried and true, Odin versus Kaido situation, you know what I mean? And this underhanded tactic that they employ with I'm pretty sure that they use like the granny to like to transform into Momo and make him think that he was there so he could be distracted for a second, and then Kaido can hit him with the Thunder Bagua, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
clubbed his ass.
Yeah, and like that is, I feel like that is just there to have us hate Kaido, and Orochi more. I don't think that necessarily like says that Kaido is weak because he has to resort to like underhanded tactics like that. That's just the way that it played out. Kaido got caught slipping in his weakest form in a way that he wasn't expecting. But I mean, like if they really had to square up like that, I feel like it would be a way closer fight in a 1v1 between Odin and Kaido. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like I've always thought that Odin was Yonko level just because of what we've seen of him in this flashback so far, just like casually, running up on Whitebeard and clashing in a way that seemed equal for a second. Who knows how that fight would play out, in a 1v1 like drag out, brawl like that. But I mean, like, we know that Odin is up there.
But then he got washed by fucking Roger.
But then he got washed by Roger, but Roger's different.
Was Whitebeard even trying at that point?
Yeah.
Or was he just kind of like clashing with him to see what was good?
Yeah, maybe he could be just clashing with him to see what was good. But I mean, like either way, like Odin is no slouch. And neither is Kaido. You know what I mean? Like, this is just the situation that we've seen. This isn't a situation where we can confidently say, okay, like, this wasn't equal ground footing starting off, like, in the best circumstance for both characters. This was a raid kind of situation You know what I mean? Where things weren't 100% on equal footing all around. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know if Kaido, like, I'm wondering if Kaido is like as strong as like Whitebeard and Roger at this point in time.
Probably, I would think so. I would want to say so.
Like back then, because
yeah,
you know, Whitebeard, like, I'm remembering how he kind of stanced up and like swung at Odin when he was clashing with him.
Yeah.
And like it would seem like he was trying, but then like when him and Roger went,
yeah,
like he like
yeah,
like, you look good. Like he stanced up and like that shit was different. So
but
I'm
this
like,
this is a similar situation as when like
against Odin.
This is a similar situation. This Odin versus Kaido situation is very similar to like when Luffy ran up on Kaido. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was in dragon form. He pieced him up a couple times in Gear 4. You know what I mean? And then he came back into his regular form and then bashed him. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I don't think that this situation right here should lead us to believe that Kaido is any kind of slouch, and that's why I don't understand why I'm seeing like on the internet that like people think that Kaido is weak. It's like it's very similar to the situation.
They're just mad.
Yeah, it's very similar to the situation where Luffy fucking ran up on him. And
it's just mad they don't get a full 1v1 fight.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm also
like, what else?
I don't know.
Like, well, Oda has to end this. I mean, he doesn't have to, but for, you know, future payoff and storytelling here, he pretty much has to end this without showing us Kaido's hybrid form.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be his final form to fight Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he's got to end it some way. I don't want to like make excuses for Oda right there because like, sure, is it what we wanted? Probably not. But I mean, it's fine. You know, like it's good that we got the whole explanation on like, hey, if you would have like grouped up with Hyogoro earlier and back then 5 years ago, this would have been a problem. This would have been a much closer fight. We might have been at a disadvantage, whatever, you know. So I don't know. Like I feel like fight just went on for too long. Went on for a couple days, like 5 days or something. Didn't it say like that's how long? Yeah. So he's like, let's just end it. You know, like let's get Buddy in here with the, you know, hold this old lady hostage as Momo and let's end it. Let's get it done. You know, I don't know, but I just don't think, you know.
Yeah, and on top of that, like you can see in Kaido's face, like he's like mad that the situation happened the way that it did. You know what I mean? Like he like if it was up to Kaido, like this would have like it could have probably like it seems like he's like upset that it had to like come down to underhanded tactics almost. You know what I mean? Like at least that's what I'm like seeing in like his facial expression here, and that could just be because he just got cut up and he's like mad that he's like scarred up, but like I can just see Kaido being like, okay, he caught me off guard, and then you guys fucking like fainted, you know, Momonosuke, and he like got caught off guard, and I had to hit him real quick like in the heat of the moment, but like
yeah,
you know, like just like
that one panel does look like that. The one panel like after the hit where you get to see Kaido looking down, he looks confused.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like I can see him being like, oh, all right, well this is where it has to go because there's still like a military presence here that has to like come out on top and do what we want to do, but like this isn't how I wanted this fight to go. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
for sure
is how I feel about that. But
so how about everything with Shinobu, right? So
hey, young Shinobu looking like a snack. Wait a minute.
So I mean, there's a lot of things about it. Like, so obviously, I think the easy answer is okay. She was the traitor, and she always has been. But I don't know. You know, like it's so hard to say that because Odin, she's tied up too, and Odin saying shit to her like, "Hey, who the fuck are you? I don't even know you. Like, I don't serve you. Like, you don't serve me. This and that." Maybe he was just saying that to let her go to like get her up out of there because
she saved her. She saved him from the sniper.
Yeah,
I mean, he probably would have been fine with her without her because his observation hockey showed. You know, that he knew what was about to go down, and she just threw the kunai, and he was just like, "Oh, okay, bet you're on." You know what I'm saying? You're on my team. That could be a little bit of misdirection there for.
Well, yeah, and especially because she's got a sword on her back when we see her after she's free, walking down the city streets or whatever, and like, what's that sword? You know, like she didn't have that in the fight, right? Like that looks like it might be one of Odin's swords, except for it's really long. You know, like, and I know, it was thought that Odin's swords were longer than regular katana, but I don't think so, right? Like,
right.
I don't, not.
And she does have that sword when she saves, saves
she does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's something else, but all right, then, even still, is she really the traitor? It's so hard to know still.
Honestly, like I feel like with the traitor situation, like it's I feel like it's very Oda to show us characters that could be
this chapter.
Well, I feel like
we can use to try and find a traitor.
Well, just with the traitor situation, I feel like it's very Oda to make us think that we know who the traitor is based on characters that all have evidence supporting that they could be the traitor, and like we're meant to like go like, is it this person? Is it this person? Is it this person? It could be this person for this reason. It could be this character for that reason. And then all of a sudden it's an entirely new character that he introduces to us outside of all of these characters that is still tied to these, the lore in some way and makes sense as a traitor, even though it's no one that we thought it was. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that Oda will make it apparent who it is in the story that he's told so far in a way that we can figure out, because like it's really hard to predict the story with the story that we have so far. It always ends up being a new concept that's introduced or a new character that's introduced that we had no idea about, that ends up being the missing piece to this puzzle that we've been trying to figure out, that is still linked in the lore in other ways that we find out after their introduction. So like that's very Oda as storytelling there.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't think if it is somebody that we've seen so far, I'm still Team Shinobu on that. But like, I really think that it's going to be an entirely new character that's just linked to everyone and all of the events that we've seen so far. And Oda's just like, whoops, you thought you could guess it? Well, here's what it actually is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think if it is somebody we've seen so far, that in this chapter there's something that would allow us to narrow the pool of people that it could be down by a lot, because if you look at
chapter for sure,
Brute, what was the requirement for him to be able to transform into somebody? He had to touch their face with his left hand, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that this old woman was able to turn into Momonosuke means that she at some point has touched his face.
That's right.
With her left hand. If we can look back in this flashback at some point
and see who's in that room with Momonosuke there. Wait a minute, because we see a flashback of Momonosuke chilling, don't we? Either in the last chapter. Oh,
they be the traitor. They go to her. She transforms into them. She comes back posing as them, touches Momonosuke, and anybody around there that they might be able to use in any situation like they, did in this fight.
No, because bro, chill. Because when you see Momonosuke before the raid happens, you see him just sitting there reading a book with Hiyori and Toki.
Yeah. I'm just talking about at any point in time.
What if she copied
like in
Toki?
The last 5 years? This.
Yeah, in the last 5 years. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
I think it's like now we can kind of. It's got to be one of the 9 red scabbards.
Yeah.
Or
Denjiro's ass.
Somebody close to like Shinobu hasn't been around.
We know who it is
up until now.
Yeah.
Shinobu just kind of showed up. Like, she hasn't been around Oden or any of them up until now. So it's like she probably, I don't know.
Yeah,
might not be the person.
The thing that I'm excited to see next week is how the next. I needed to see in the next chat. Like I'm excited to see.
Otsuru.
Yeah,
because she just gets a random ass panel where she's just chilling.
Yeah,
like playing with a paper origami thing, looking like somewhat.
Who is that?
Pleased. Otsuru,
yeah, that's what I thought. That's young. Oh, that's why she's younger. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I remember looking
somewhat
at that.
Pleased, and she's just got a ...
Yeah. I remember looking at that panel and thinking like, who, because I was like, is that Otoki? And I was like, no, it's not Toki. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and that would be that makes just even more sense now to think, because she's still alive in the current timeline. In the future, except for their city did get blown up, and I think they do think she's dead, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I remember people thought she was the traitor back when the whole Luffy and Zoro chilling with her was going down, because like not long after they met up with her, Batman and all them showed up like, what's good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's certainly very possible.
But who knows? Like, you know, like Noxie was saying, it's just like you never know what this man Oda's gonna do, and he's most likely always gonna turn you on your fucking head. So it's like, man.
Yeah, straight up. I'm just excited to see next chapter how the rest of the scabbards get out of this situation, because they're all set to be boiled. You know what I mean? But only they're all gonna make it. You know what I mean? So it's like how?
Odin's gonna do some hard body shit or something and allow him to escape, because then we're gonna get that scene where he's like, Odin's not Odin unless it's boiled, and then they, I don't know.
It's just like they're all set to be boiled, including Odin. So like, what's Odin gonna say? Like, just boil me and let my friends go? Like, no, you were already gonna be boiled.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like that's what I'm most excited to see next chapter, is how the rest of the scabbards get out of that. But
yeah,
that's pretty
much.
It's funny how
Odin,
when he's got his head up against the bar of the cell, his hair is just like smushed.
Yeah.
His little hair disc, it's just smushed.
It's a hair disc.
I was always hoping he was going to do something with that, but never happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So wait, February 16 is the next chapter. Does that mean it's on break next week? It's February 3rd now. Or February 5th.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought we were getting 6 straight chapters of One Piece.
I was just looking on the Jump app, and all of them said the next chapter was in 5 days.
But it says at the end of the chapter right here on the Manga Plus app, on the Jump Plus app, this is the Shueisha Viz.
Promise Neverland?
Promise Neverland is in 5 days because it's been on break. We didn't get one this week, and it always said.
But if you just go to the One Piece page where you got all the chapters listed, it does say new chapter coming.
Going to be on break then.
No, but it says new chapter coming in 5 days, right on the One Piece page too.
Yeah,
so
but then
I don't know.
on the last page it says February 16th. So
I see that. Yeah, so I don't know. Somebody's lying.
Viz don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, they probably just messed it up. I mean, I would be more
typical Viz.
I mean,
Oda's going to take a break.
It's both Viz, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, on both ones it's Viz. So like, yeah, I mean, maybe they just have that generic.
Yeah.
You know, when Jump comes out, all these chapters are coming unless they, fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We probably are getting a break. I felt like break was just upon
imminent. I mean, it's been a while since.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten a couple holiday breaks, but since an actual Oda break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a good minute.
Yeah. That's all I had though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's about all I had too.
Great conversation tonight, you guys.
Hell yeah. Facts.
Yes.
Yep.
So with that all being said, that'll do it for this episode of the Project Manga podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did, make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this episode of the Project Manga podcast. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new to the show and have been enjoying it so far, and hit that noti bell. We'll chirp you. Make sure you go and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this week in Jump. All that. And also visit the link tree in the box down below. Like we said before, you can find all of our online communities there, the links to them, links to any audio listening platform you'd like to consume the podcast on, and also links to support the podcast if you're so inclined. And with that all out of the way, this will be another remarkable episode of the Project Manga podcast. Wrapping up, I'm your host, Eagle.
It's your boy Kiko.
Noxie.
Sarabada.